This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. This time it's on my personal YouTube channel. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today on this Sunday evening. I hope you're all well. As always, it is very much appreciated. What we're going to do today is we're going to move the focus back to Japan today and look at a horse that might run in another Japanese classic this year, the upcoming Japanese St. Leger. But the horse has already ran in a Japanese classic, so we're all right. We're going to include the horse on Classic Watch nonetheless. But it is in Europe that the horse really made its mark in August, winning in France from Japan. And the horse is still at this stage a possible for the biggest flat race in Europe, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe at Longchamp, all the way from Japan. So we're going to take a look at that horse in a moment. But first, where can people find these horses? ClassicWatch25.great/site.net is where people will be able to find Classic Watch 25. Recent UK St. Leger winner, Scandinavia, was probably the last horse that was put on the site. I had a couple for the UK St. Leger, none so much, sadly, this year for the Irish St. Leger. But yeah, that is where people will be able to find the horses. ClassicWatch25.great/site.net. And at some point before in the next few days or weeks, this horse may well appear on the site. The horse in question is Alohi Alii. Alohi Alii is a chestnut colt sired by Juramenti out of a dam called Espoir, who herself was sired by Orfevre. The horse is owned by Tsuyoshi Suzuki and trained by Hiroyasu Tanaka. The horse bred by Northern Farm, and so far its Japanese earnings are £24.54 million. But the horse, as you will see from the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database, the horse has also won €104,310 as well as the 24.5 million yen. The horse has already won the Group 3 Prix Guillaume d'Ornano at Deauville, a Group 2 race, and he was also third in the Yayoi Show at Nakayama in Japan, another Grade 2 race. This horse was sold at auction for 66 million yen at the 2022 select sale. And the form of it is quite interesting. 2 wins from 5 starts. It was one of the ones I identified last season that actually managed to win first time out. It then took a while, really, for the penny to drop. He was beaten in an allowance race in January and then was third in the Group 2 Deep Impact Kinen, a big race, really, that is, in Japan, the Yayoi Show. And then the horse ran in the Japanese 2,000 guineas, where the horse finished 8th behind Classic Watch 25 winner, Museum Mile. That so far was the last run in Japan. The horse then went and won the Prix Guillaume d'Ornano at Deauville on the 16th of August 2025. And as you will see, the horse has still got a predicted entry on the Japanese site, Netkaiba, for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Very interesting horse this is, very well-bred horse. You know, I've always been with it since the very start. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch the horse go round. What people will notice is they will notice that the horse is dam line 1L if they look at the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database, and they will see that he's already a Group 2 winner in France and a Group 2 placed in Japan. Totally correct at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to just keep going until we get tired of looking at good horses. I'm afraid this one is one of them. Well, I'm not sorry. I will never apologise for how well bred my horses are. Yeah, it's the object of what I do, to try and bring you the best well-bred horses, also with the best form they don't necessarily always go together. Unfortunately, if they did, it'd be a lot easier. But unfortunately, they don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right at the beginning with the dam of Alohi Alii. We're going to look at Espoir, a mare born in 2016, sired by Orfevre out of Scarlet. People will see that Espoir raced 12 times, according to this site, the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database that we can trust when we can. Raced 12 times in her career, 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 3 thirds in her career. So she was in the first 3 in 10 of her 12 starts in her career, and she earned in Japan 83,895,000 yen. This horse was placed in a couple of pattern races. It was placed second in the Group 3 Turquoise Stakes at Nakayama, and at 4, the horse was also placed in the Group 3 Nakayama Himba, another Group 3 race held at Nakayama, and was also second in the Niigata Himba at 4 as well. As you know, the horse is a black type producer from producing this horse that we're looking at in this video, Alohi Alii. But yeah, very interesting family this is. We're going to take a look at a couple more now where the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database didn't entirely do the job, sadly. Juana was a filly born in 2017, sired by Rulership out of Isabel. People will see that Scarlet is the second dam of this horse as well. They've got Juana down as not racing on this site. That's not true. If people have to go to the other site now, to go to Net Khyber, and they will see that Juana actually raced 11 times in her career, winning twice, finishing second twice, and finishing third twice. So 6 out of 11 starts, she was actually in the first 3. She managed to finish third in the Group 2 Sankei Sports Show Flora Stakes. Yeah, that's probably the best run of her career, third in a Group 2. And she then dropped off down into Allowance Company, which goes to show how competitive the Japanese racing is. But she did manage to win 2 races. And she was also 11th in the Rose Stakes, a race that we've just had recently in Japan. So she was in group form at her best. Juana. Another one we need to take a look at is Art de Vivre. Art de Vivre was a mare born in 2018, sired by King Kamehameha out of Isabel again. So this one is a full sister to the horse, half sister, sorry, to the horse we've just looked at. Again, Scarlet, the second dam of this one. Art de Vivre again. This is quite right, not really correct. So we're going to just take a look again at the Net Khyber page because it didn't really give the full story. This horse, the form is correct. The horse did race 10 times, win 2, winning twice, second once, and third another 2 times. And the horse did earn 63,291,000,000 yen, I think. But the horse was quite good at the start of its career before tailing off a bit, winning a winners of 3 races on her last start. She was one that managed to win first time out and then won second in the Daily High Queen Cup the next year in February, a Group 2. She then ran in 2 of the 3 Japanese Fillies Classics, the Oka Show and the Yushin Himba. She was 5th in both classics before finishing 3rd in the Rose Stakes. Again, the race that we've just seen another one finish in. So this horse was Group 2 and Group 3 placed and 5th in 2 classics. Not a bad horse, this horse here, Art de Vivre. Don't necessarily thought that Net Khyber told the full picture with this. So I did delve in to have another look. The next one we need to take a look at is actually, I think, a classic winner, Admirable. Admirable, a horse born in 2014, sired by Deep Impact out of Scarlet. So the El Dam is a half-sister to this classic winner. Admirable raced 5 times in his career, managing to win 3 times and finish 3rd once for earnings of 124,071,000 yen. No, this wasn't this one wasn't the Japanese win. It won the classic winner. This won the Group 2 Aoba Show of 2017. My mistake. And the horse was third in a classic, third in the Japanese Derby the same year of 2017. So Group 2 winning, classic placed horse, Admirable, stands at East Stud at Hokkaido in Japan. And we can take a look at that horse. That is still standing. The horse is still at stud. The fee of 300,000 yen. People say that it's not really had the horses on the ground. It's had 3 crops, the biggest of which has been 38 horses. So in 3 years, the horse has only foaled 72 horses. 54 of them have ran, and between them, 28 of them have won 52 races. So they are winning at their own level. No stakes winners and graded winners as of yet. And most of the winners have come at 3. And the distance is under a mile, really. 7 furlongs and a mile, 36 of the winners have come at those distances. All of them have gone round in Japan, and there is no black type horses whatsoever sired out of Admirable so far. But yeah, 300,000 yen, he's siring away, not to any big numbers, unfortunately. But yeah, still an active sire in Japan, Derby placed, Group 2 winner. We can now, I think, move past Scarlet, I think. Esquire, we can look at Scarlet now, a horse that for some reason I didn't have a tab open. So let's just go to this one now and see what Scarlet did. A mare born in 2005, sired by Simboli Chris S, out of Grace Admire. Scarlet herself was actually unraced on the track, so after all that. But yeah, that is the second dam of the horse, Alohi Alii. Scarlet, born in 2025. We'll take a look at the third dam now, Grace Admire. Grace Admire, a mare born in 1994, sired by Tony Bin, out of Ballet Queen. Grace Admire raced quite well in her career. She raced 15 times in her career, 5 wins, 1 second and 2 thirds, 8 out of 15 starts in the first 3. And she managed to earn 111 million and 86,000 yen on the track. This horse is another pattern racehorse. At 3, she was placed in the Group 2. The Sankei Sports Show Yonsei Himba Tokubetsu Group 2 race at Tokyo. And at 4, she was placed second in the Fuchu Himba Stakes, a Group 3 race held at Tokyo. She did get her head in front 5 times, as well as being placed, in those 2 Tokyo pattern races. It's then really that the horses start to come a little bit. Lincoln, very good horse this was, a horse born in the year 2000, sired by Sunday Silence out of Grace Admire. So yeah, our third dam is a full half sister to Lincoln. Lincoln was more of a sprinter really, 23 starts in his career, 6 wins, 5 seconds and 3 thirds. 17 out of 23 in the first 3, but good earnings of 588,420,000 yen. No, he wasn't a sprinter, my mistake. I'm getting confused. Oh, yeah, Washington is the one I'm getting confused with. You'll see there, Lincoln raced quite well. He won the Hanshin Daishoten, a Group 2 race, at 3, and he also won the Kyoto Daishoten as well, a Grade 2 race, as well as the Nikkei Show, another Group 2 race. Horse was placed in the Japanese St. Leger of 2003. Horse was also placed in the Arima Kinen and the Spring Tenno Show, as well as being placed in the Takarazuka Kinen and the Arima Kinen, as well as another Hanshin Daishoten, a race he already won. A good horse. Entered stud in 2007 until 2012 at Shaddai Stallion Station. Suddenly died of bleeding caused by guttural pouch emphysema in 2012. Yeah, very good horse, Lincoln. Side a few. You say, look on the JBS. Couldn't really find him on He's been dead 13 years, so I found him on JBS. You'll see there that he sired one listed placed horse in the 2011 Cheyenne Stakes. Derma Durgal was the best progeny sired by Lincoln. Plenty of winners, but just not at a pattern race level. But a very good horse on the track. Next one we need to take a look at is Glorious Days, a mare born in 2001, another one sired by Sunday Silence out of Grace Admire. So this is another one that's related to our dam and related to Lincoln very closely. Glorious Days raced 10 times in her career, 1 win, 2 seconds and a third, 4 out of 10 in the first 3, earnings of 52,474,000 yen. She is another one that made her mark at pattern level. She was placed in the Rose Stakes as well. Not the first one to have seen on this line that has done that. And she was also second in the Flora Stakes as well. 2 Group 2 placed efforts there, as well as finishing third in the Wasu Managusa Show, a race I'm not at all familiar with. She was third in that as well, at 3 in 2004. Interesting horse, Glorious Days. She was the dam of this horse, Jealousy. Jealousy, a mare that went round in 2013. 7 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third, earning 46,778,000 yen in her career. Yes, this site is right. She did win the listed Sweet Pea Stakes at Tokyo in 2016. She was also 4th in the Oaks, though. The site doesn't tell us that. This horse was 4th in the Japanese Oaks of 2016 as well as winning that listed open race, the Sweet Pea Stakes. Took her a while to get off the mark, but she made her mark in the end. Listed winning 4th placed classic horse. So that's another nice little branch open there. Victory is another one we need to look at. Horse born in 2004, sired by Brian's Time, again, out of Grace Admire. Brian's Time's a stallion that pops up quite a lot in Japan, him and Tony Bin. They're interesting horses. Victory raced 16 times in his career, 3 wins, 1 second and 2 thirds, showing just how competitive Japanese racing can be. This was a good horse. It could only manage 6 placed efforts in 16 starts, while earning 208,627,000 yen. This horse, Victory, was the classic winner. I thought the last one was. Victory won the Japanese 2,000 guineas of 2007. The horse also won the listed Wakaba Stakes and was third in the Kobe Shimbun High. At 2, placed in the Radio Nikkei High Nisei Stakes, and at 5, the horse was third in the Group 2 Kyoto Kinen. Japanese classic winner, entered stud in 2010 at Shaddai Stallion Station. I found evidence of it siring a few. Again, this was another one I couldn't really find on Arian, but I did find him on the JBIS, which is a great site for finding stallions. It tells us that this stallion was actually quite average. The best it made was 255th best stallion in Japan in 2014, and there's no stakes race winners or allowance race winners or anything. Plenty of horses went round, but at a very low level in Japan. So this stallion has to go down really as being what he was. Victory. Good horse on the track, though. Got lucky on the Guineas Day, maybe. 3 out of 16 wins, but classic winners are classic winners. Good horses. The next one we need to take a look at is Aristoteles, a horse born in 2017, sired by Epiphania out of Blue Diamond. People will see that Grace Admire is the second dam of this horse. Aristoteles also raced 26 times in his career, 4 wins and 6 seconds, 10 out of 26 starts in the first 2. And the horse earned 222,233,000 yen. This was another pattern race quality horse. It won some nice races at 4. The horse won the Group 2 AJC Cup held at Nakayama and was second again in another Group 2, the Kyoto Daishoten. The horse was also second in the Japanese St. Leger of 2020, a race held at Kyoto. He won the Izumu-Kozi and the Komaki, second in the Wakagama Stakes and the Sumaya Stakes, placed though in the Classic, and a Group 2 winner. Retired to work at Hanshin Racecourse as a riding horse at the end of his career in 2012. The next one we need to take a look at is Ballet Queen. I think Ballet Queen might be the fourth dam. She is. Ballet Queen, born in 1988, sired by Sadler's Wells, out of Sun Princess. Ballet Queen, another dam which is unraced. So we've had the second and the fourth dam unraced. The first and the third have been pattern quality horses. So yeah, like I said, very interesting pedigree this Alohi Alii has got. And we've not really touched on it yet, the surface of how good this horse is, which is just how frightening my horses are. So we need to keep going, really. Fusaki Concord. Fusaki Concord, a horse born in 1993, sired by Caerleon, out of Ballet Queen. So Ballet Queen, that's a half-sister to Grace Admire. Fusaki Concord was a Classic winner as well. 5 starts, never out of the first 3. 3 wins, a second and a third. The course earned 234,158,000 yen. Fusaki Concord won the Japanese Derby of 1996. Also another one to win, the Sumaya Stakes at Hanshin. Horse was second in the Cassiopeia Stakes and third in the Japanese St. Leger. So Classic winner and placed in another Leger. Another Classic, the stallion at the Breeder Stallion Station in Japan. Sadly died in September 2014. This is another stallion I found on JBIS. This horse actually did sire a few pattern race winners. So aside the winner of the Group 2, Minichio Kan was probably his best horse. Balance of game, but he did sire the winner of the JBC Mile as well, outside of Japan. 7 individual Group 1, individual stakes winners sired by this horse. There's a Group 2, a Group winning 2-year-old there in 2005 as well. Winner of the Fuchu Himba as well. Sired the odd good horse. Fusaki Concord made a place easily in the top 20 Japanese stallions of his time. Sadly passed away. But again, another Classic winner. Ambroise we need to look at now. Ambroise, a mare born in 2002. Sired by French Deputy out of Fusaki Mignon. People will see that Ballet Queen is the second dam of this horse. Ambroise raced 24 times in her career. 4 wins, 4 seconds and a third. 9 out of 24 starts in the first 3. And she earned 140,786,000 yen. Decent 2-year-old. Runner-up in the Group 1 Hanshin Juvenile Fillies of 2004. She did win the Hakodate Nisai Stakes the same year. She's then third in a listed race at 3. And at 5, she managed to win a listed race, the final stakes at Hanshin. Second also in the Port Island Stakes, another listed race at Hanshin. But her best form was at 2 in 2004. Group 3 winner and a Group 1 placed. Interesting horse. She's also in the pedigree of this horse that I spotted going around in this video. This horse is a classic, could be a future classic watch horse. Magic Sands, another one, colt, born in 2022. The same year as Alohi Alii. So this is a 3-year-old now. Magic Sands raced 5 times in his career. 2 wins and 2 places. 4 out of 5 in the first 3. Earnings of 91,721,000 yen. That's how dangerous my videos are, you see. You get another chance at this one. Because this horse has already raced, in a very high level. It's beaten by Panja Tower in the NHK Mile Cup Group 1 race this year. And it was also winner of the Group 3 Sapporo Nisai Stakes last year at 2. So it's one I've passed on for some reason at some point. But the horse is a pattern quality horse. It's taken one of mine to beat it in the Group 1 Panja Tower. And the next race is the Group 2 Fuji Stakes. at Tokyo on October the 18th. And if it was to win that, doesn't really look as though it's going for the ledger, though, does it, over those trips? Magic Sands. So he could have missed the boat regarding Classic Watch. But, yeah, nice 3-year-old there. Very nice horse. Magic Sands. And Ambroise is the second dam of that horse, sired by Kizuna out of a dam called Kona Brewers, who herself is out of Ambroise. So again, very interesting. Next one we need to take a look at is Born King, a horse born in 1998, another one sired by legendary Japanese stallion Sunday Silence out of Ballet Queen. Born King raced 17 times in his career, 2 wins, a second and a third. Only 4 out of 17 starts in the first 3, but the horse did manage to earn 150,542,000 yen. Born King won the Group 3 Keisei High of 2001 and was 4th in the Japanese Derby the same year, as finishing 2nd in the Group 2 Hochi High Yeo Show as well. At 4, the horse was 3rd in the American Jockey Club Cup as well, a Group 2 race at Tokyo. Horse had an interesting stallion stud. I couldn't really find much out about him. Entered stud for those 2 years at the Bida Stallion in Japan, 2006 and 2008. Then the horse was exported to Haras, to Longchamp in France, and then exported again to Belgium in 2012. The horse, Group 3 winner, 4th in a classic. Decent enough horse, Born King. Never really got his head in the first 3 as many times as people that were following him at the time would have liked. But yeah, decent horse. Unrivaled is another one we can look at, who is still at stud. A horse born in 2006, sired by Neo Universe out of Ballet Queen. So this line's still quite representative at the club. Unrivaled, born in 2006, raced 10 times in his career, 4 wins and 1/3. Half of his 10 starts in the first 3, 4 of them he won. Earnings of 232,479,000 yen. Good horse. Unrivaled. Was he a classic winner as well? I think he was. Yeah, he was. He won the Japanese 2,000 guineas of 2009. He also won the Wakagoma Stakes and the Spring Stakes, Group 2 race at Nakayama. He was 3rd in the Kyoto Nisai as well at 2. Retired due to left forelimb bowed tendon in 2011, sadly. Yeah, the horse, though, still at stud. And as well, is doing okay, but nothing too spectacular. His biggest crop was 68 in 2017. In his 9 years at stud, he has only foaled 193 horses, foaled one foal registered in 2022 and 8 in the last 3 years. 193 foals, 171 of them have ran, of which 110 of them have won 376 races between them. The horse has sired 1 stakes winner and 1 graded winner, and that came at 3 and was a colt. The colt's doing fairly better than the fillies, you'd have to say, 210 wins to 166. And as the horses get better with age, you would have to say, really. They've all gone round in Japan exclusively, and the stakes winner was out of his second crop, really, in 2016. And that horse is Tosho Drafter. Tosho Drafter won 13 times, including a victory in the Falcon Stakes, a Group 3 race. And there's another place horse there, Minatono Yoko, who was placed in the Monbetsu show. So only 2 horses with a black type form out of Unrivaled. Next horse we just take a look at is Pico Chan Black, another 3-year-old born in 2022, sired by Kitasan Black out of Trump Queen. People will see that Ballet Queen is also the second dam of this horse. Pico Chan Black has raced 5 times in his career, 2 wins and a place. Their prize money is actually wrong. So that's why I opened up this tab. Pico Chan Black has actually won 68,890,000 yen. Another one that ran in a classic this year, 18th in the Japanese 2000 Guineas, winner of the Group 2 Spring Stakes this year of 2025. 13th in the Group 1 Hopeful Stakes last year. Second in the listed Ivy Stakes as well. So this is one I actually did pass on. Quite closely related to Alohi Alii. I just didn't notice at the time. Yeah, that's another one going round. Pico Champ Black, another 3-year-old. So that's 3 3-year-olds we've looked at in this one video, really. All very closely related to each other. The next one we need to take a look at is Sun Princess. Sun Princess is the 5th dam of Alohi Alii. And this is where things get serious. You know, you've probably been watching the video. If I don't know how long this video has been on for, 30 minutes. I'm about to start showing you some good horses, as if them 4 or 5 Japanese classic horses weren't enough. It gets serious now. Sun Princess, a mare born in 1980, sired by English Prince out of Sunny Valley. Sun Princess raced 5 times in her career and was never out of the first 3. 3 wins, a second and a third. She earned $387,373 US. Classic winner. She won the UK Oaks of 1983, and she also won the UK St Leger against the Colts in the same year. And she also won the Yorkshire Oaks and was second in the Arc and third in the King George. What a tremendous mare. 5 starts. Look at them for 5 starts. That can't be right. They're telling me that 2, 3, 4, 5, that she never raced in anything else apart from a Group 1. Not sure about that, but she was very good at some point, wasn't she? Don't know how many races she actually had. It goes to show how unreliable this horse is. Look, this is a dual classic winner. The Pedigree Thoroughbred online database is just lacking again, really. It is a site, is what it is, you know. But yeah, very good wine stock owned mare, the 5th dam of our horse, Sun Princess. And then really is when the horses start coming, really then. Prince of Dance, a horse born in 1986. This horse won the Dewhurst, sired by Sadler's Wells, out of Sun Princess. Prince of Dance raced 6 times in his career, winning 4. Earnings of $129,161. Dead heated in the Dewhurst. The horse also won the Group 2 Champagne Stakes and 2 listed races, the Washington Cinner Stakes and the Newmarket Stakes. Trained by Dick Hearn and Neil Graham as a 2-year-old. Race open to horses and then trained by Dick Hearn as a 3-year-old. Prince of Dance lost the action in his back legs while running in the Epsom Derby, and a post-race examination led to discovery of spinal cancer, and he was sadly put down. But very sad end to a horse owned by Sir Michael Sobel, bred by Ballymacole Stud. Very good horse, Prince of Dance. Stage Gift, people remember these in the UK, I think. A gelding born in 2003, sired by Caddo Generer out of Stage Struck. Stage Gift raced 15 times in his career, 6 wins, 2 seconds and a third. 8 of 15 starts in his first 3. In the first 3, earnings of $193,760 UK pounds. Stage Gift won the Group 2 Sky Bet York Stakes. He also won the Group 3 La Coupe out in France, and also won the Group 3 Darley Stakes as well. Group 2 and dual Group 3 winning gelding, Stage Gift. Princely Venture, a horse born in 1999, sired by Entrepreneur out of Sun Princess as well. Princely Venture raced 7 times in his career, managing to win 3 of them. Earnings of £77,236 UK pounds. Princely Venture won the Group 2 Scottish Derby. I'm saying that was in 2002. I'm fairly certain that race doesn't exist anymore, and it's a shame that it doesn't. A good race to have, a little Scottish classic there. Shame it doesn't exist. When it did, Princely Venture was the winner of it. Erin Bird, a mare born in 1991, sired by Bluebird, out of Maid of Erin. People will see that we're down to Dancing Shadow and Sunny Valley now, the 2nd and the 3rd dam. And they are in the back pedigree of Espoir, I think. Sunny Valley is the 5th dam and the dam of Sun Princess. So he's starting to get back in the pedigree now, have a proper good look at it. Erin Bird, champion 3-year-old filly in Italy in 1994. Italian 1,000 guineas winner. And she also won the Premier Serenio and second in France in the Prix d'Antième, third in the Group 2, which is Nassau, which is now Group 1, and third in the Premio Federico Tessio as well, an Italian race, fourth in the Breeders' Cup Distaff, which was a Group 1 race in that day. Champion 3-year-old in Italy. Erin Bird, very good mare, bred by Niarchos and owned by Teruya Yoshida. Erin Court is out of Erin Bird, a mare born in 2008, sired by Juandal in Japan, out of Erin Bird. This was another one that made its way in Japan, raced 18 times in his career, 4 wins and 2/3 in her career, and she managed to earn 164,682,000 yen, winning 4 times and 6 out of 18 in the first 3. Erin Court won the Japanese Oaks of 2011, so another classic winner, and she also won the Wasurenga show as well at Hanshin. Very good horse, Erin Court, and another classic winner. Going to really take a look at Conduit now. Conduit is another one with Dancing Shadow as the third dam. And River Shadow as well, a horse that was placed in Group 2 and Group 3 races herself. Conduit, a horse born in 2005, sired by Dalakani, out of Wellhead. Conduit raced 15 times in his career, 7 wins, 2 seconds and 3/3. Very good horse, 12 out of 15 times in the first 3, and a proper money spinner for connections, earning $5,815,813 US dollars in his career. Conduit was a classic winner, winning the UK St Leger of 2008. The horse also won the Breeders' Cup Turf, the Group 3 Gordon Stakes as well. And at 4, the horse went back for another Group 1 Breeders' Cup Turf. The horse also won the King George, second in the Group 3 Brigadier Gerard Stakes, and third in the Eclipse as well. 2008 Eclipse Champion Turf Male. Entered stud in 2010 at Big Red Farm in Japan, and in Northern Ireland in 2018. Died June the 17th, 2020 at Tullymaine Stud, Northern Ireland, after a short illness. Very good horse. Conduit didn't really hit the stakes instead. He managed to breed a Group 2 placed horse there, the Kakura Nisai Stakes placed horse, and a couple of listed placed horses as well in Kineo Pegasus, Souzvlay. But there was a jump winner there, Tokyo Jump Stakes winner as well in Thinking Dancer. But yeah, there wasn't really many pattern race quality horses sired by Conduit, which shows just how tough foreign sires have it in Japan, really, it's fair to say. Next horse we just take a look at is Spectrum, of course we do. Very underrated stallion this one was. A horse born in 1992, sired by Rainbow Quest, out of a River Dancer. Spectrum raced 9 times in his career, 4 wins, a second and a third. Earnings of £352,081 UK pounds. You'll see there that Dancing Shadow is the second dam of this horse. Spectrum was winner of a classic, the Irish 2000 Guineas of 1995. The horse also won the Champion Stakes the same year. And at 4, the horse was third in the Lockinge and fourth in the Prix Gannet. This was a Group 1 horse. Entered stud at Coolmore, 1997 to 2004, before being sold off to South Africa, Highland Stud. He died at Yellow Star Stud on the 25th of May 2020, age of 28. Had a superb stallion career. People see, if they look at horses like Gamut on Arian, they get to see a little bit more of Spectrum. You'll see entered stud in Ireland in 1997, entered stud in Australia in 1997 as well. Sire of 1,392 progeny to race, 803 of them managed to win. Earnings of over $59 million, and the horse side 42 stakes winners and 53 stakes place getters. Some very good horses. Yeah, I think it was only his own connections really that ever unlocked the true potential of this stallion. With horses like Golan and Gamut and Tartan Bearer, Very good horse, Spectrum was, both on and off the track, in my opinion. Petrushka, a mare born in 1997, sired by Unforwayne, out of Ballet Shoes. This one really should have been a bit further up, shouldn't she? Oh no, Bally Queen was ours, sorry. River Dancer, the second dam of this one. Dancing Shadow, the third dam of Petrushka. Horse that raced 9 times in her career, winning 5 of them and finishing third in one other start for earnings of £367,624 UK pounds. Another classic winner. This line is ridiculous, isn't it, really? Petrushka, winner of the Irish Oaks of 2000. She also won the Yorkshire Oaks, the Prix de l'Opera, and the Nell Gwyn, Group 3, finishing third in the 1,000 guineas and fourth in the UK Oaks, and the UK third, in the UK 1,000 guineas. Classic winner. What a horse. Sold to Darley Stud for $5+ million. Black type producer, although I haven't got any of her foals open. And I don't know if any of them were top class. You'll see there's one there that won $166,000. Parlour Games, the gelding, sired by Monson. Millenary, horse born in 1997, another stayer. This one raced 29 times in its career. 10 wins, 6 seconds and 6 thirds. Earnings of $1,247,237 US dollars. 10 out of 29 wins starts. The horse managed to win, and it was in the first 3 in 22 out of 29 starts, sired by Rainbow Quest out of Ballerina. People see that Dancing Shadow is the second dam of this horse. Millenary won the Yorkshire Cup Group 2 of 2004, also dead heated in the Group 2 Doncaster Cup, and won the 2004 Jockey Club Cup as well, Group 3. 2003, the horse won the Group 2 Princess of Wales Stakes. It also won that race in 2002. Won the Chester Bars as well, Group 3. 2001, the horse won the Group 2 Jockey Club Stakes. And in 2000, the horse was a classic winner, winning the UK St Leger in the year 2000 and winning the Group 3 Gordon Stakes as well. Standing at third in Stainton's third County Durham in England after going to Ireland in 2006. This horse was the champion European stayer in the year 2000 when it won the St Leger. I mean, people can keep going back as far as they want, really on this line. They come to decent geldings like Crucible as well. A gelding born in 1965. This horse won 9 times, and it won some very good races. This horse is out of a dam called Sunny Cove, who was born in 1957. I think she might be on the line of Alohi Alii as well. 5th dam. No, she isn't. She's a half-sister to Sunderland, and around the 7th and 8th dam as well. This horse popped up. Crucible, sired by Crapello out of Sunny Cove. You'll see this horse won the Group 2 Prix Maurice de Noy as well. It's placed in other Group 2 races as well. The Grand Prix de Deauville Group 2, Prix Jean Prat Group 2, and also placed in the Prix Maurice de Noy, the gelding. Trained in France and England and ran until the horse was 10. Plenty of horses. You'll see there, that's the section that this horse is on, Alohi Alii, if people just want to start at some Princess and on the historic dam line, they get to this section here. That's where you see horses like Fusaki Concord, Victory and Unrivaled that we've looked at. But then people want to go back to Sunderland in 1965, really. Even if they could go back as far as even there, you go back to 1957 there, look. And you could have easily got Neo Universe, a horse that we've seen sire one of ours. Got Helen Street as well, of course, is Helsinki and Shamadel. This line is ridiculous. I really could have gone back and opened them up, really. Helen Street, Shamadel, Street Cry. Lady Pastel there, another Japanese Oaks winner. Absolutely incredible pedigree, really. And there's all the Ballymacole stud horses that we've just looked at as well in this video. Is this horse a classic horse? Well, it's already running a classic, so it sort of answered its own question there when the horse finished 8th in the Japanese 2,000 guineas I just didn't think at the time the horse was good enough. I mean, I was wrong because the horse is a Group 2 winner in France now, subsequently, and I maybe should have included it. What I was waiting for it to do was go a bit further because I'd seen that there's a few Ledger horses in the pedigree, but it didn't do that out in Japan. Instead, it decided to stay at the distance and win in France, and they'll up it to 1 mile 4 in the Arc rather than up it up to around that trip in Japan. So it was never one I was totally not with. I just thought wrongly that it would be better in the Japanese St. Ledger than the Guineas, and I had the winner of the Guineas. I had 5 in it. So I had to restrict a few, as I'd have had half the field. But this has always been a good horse in my view, Alohi Ali. What we can do now is we can close down a few tabs to save on CPU, which is always quite important when we're about to watch some videos. What we're going to do is we're going to watch the horse win first time out in Japan in race 5 at Tokyo, and that race was ran in December sometime, I think. Oh no, that tells you there. November the 2nd, 2024, which is when I identified the horse. And then we're going to watch it win the Group 2 Prix Guillaume d'Ornano in France, pattern race victory. What I do need to do is do a little bit of wizardry here because it's quite tricky to get the races to play out in Japan, unfortunately. What I need to do is I need to go to that, and then I need to go to that, because for some reason the race is always open in different windows in Japan. So now we should be able to watch Alohi Ali win first time out in Japan and have a look at what we think.
引かれて収まりました。スタートしました。バラッとした飛び出し、好ダッシュは5番ちんぷんかんぷん。これを外から10番オルティジアが。
My apologies for that, everybody. That was totally my mistake. We should be okay now, hopefully. Let's see.
引かれて収まりました。スタートしました。
My fault again.
バラッとした飛び出し。引かれて収まりました。スタートしました。バラッとした飛び出し、好ダッシュは5番ちんぷんかんぷん。これを外から10番オルティジアがかわしていきました。リードを1馬身半2馬身取ります。ダッシュがついて8番のダノンアンチュラス、2番手に上がってきました。3番手2頭で5番ちんぷんかんぷん、外6番ディベルティスマン、前の4頭1馬身差、5番手に1番アロヒアリー。周回コース向こう正面に出ました。逃げたのは10番オルティジアです。リードを2馬身、2番手に8番ダノンアンチュラスがつけています。また2馬身あって5番ちんぷんかんぷん、3番手前3頭隊列ばらけて1馬身差6番ディベルティスマン、そして1番アロヒアリー、4番手5番手2番手以降が徐々に固まりつつあります。2馬身切れて中段に単独3番ビクトワールバゴ、1馬身差後方より4番のコンアフェット、これに接近する9番ホースワン、そして7番のエコログロス、これらが後方集団になりました。3馬身差2番のイフルジャンスが一番後ろになっています。3コーナーを各馬がカーブしていきます。残り 1000m 通過。逃げる10番オルティジアのペース、リードが2馬身半ぐらいあります。2番手に構える8番のダノンアンチュラス、3、4コーナー中間、差がなくなって内に5番のちんぷんかんぷん、外に6番ディベルティスマン、2番手以降徐々に前との差を詰めに行きます。この後ろ1番のアロヒアリー、先頭までは3馬身ぐらいの圏内に来ました。外からは3番ビクトワールバゴ、この外目には9番ホースマン徐々に上がっていって、7番のエコログロス、4番コンガフェット後方、4コーナーをカーブして直線コースに向かいます。オルティジア逃げていますが差がなくなってダノンアンチュラス、この外から6番ディベルティスマン、3頭が広がって残り400を切りました。この外目に持ち出して1番のアロヒアリー、坂を登ってきて伸び足どうか、馬群の内目からはエコログロスにちんぷんかんぷん、 まもなく残り200、今度は6番のディベルティスマンわずか抜け出そうとしたところですが、200を切って1番のアロヒアリーが一気に並んできて抜け出しました。1馬身2馬身と差を広げていくディベルティスマン、粘るところ外から3番のビクトワールバゴを追い込んできていますが、1番アロヒアリーゴールイン。2番手は最後で接戦になりました。6番のディベルティスマン、馬体が離れて外から追い込んできた3番のビクトワールバゴ。
I thought that was a pretty good performance, I must admit. When I watched it first time out, I thought it was a fair performance. And watching it back there doesn't really provide me with any other opinion than what I thought at the time when I watched it. You know, it was long odds on that day. I think the horse went off a very short price. But that happens sometimes in Japan. And all it could do was win first time out and get on the list, and the rest was all down to the horse. Like we looked at the form of it earlier. It then took a few runs. It was beaten in an allowance race and beaten in a classic where the horse finished 8th. But then, on its most recent run, its 5th run, the horse went to Europe and lined up in the Group 2 Prix Guillaume d'Ornano. And let's see what happened there, shall we?
They're set. Gates back. They're off and racing for the Prix Guillaume d'Ornano. Group 2 contest over 2,000 metres. Qualificar. Odds on market leader broke on turns with Battle Yumzane, both in blue colours. Battle Yumzane to the right-hand side with the white cap between runners Qualificar and Alohi Alii towards the inside. And after the completion of the first furlong, it is Alohi Alii who has come through in the black sleeves to lead. Battle Yumzane in second, followed by Qualificar in third position. Rashabar in fourth with the white cap, and Dubonnet is restrained at the rear of the field. Going through the first 400 metres of their journey, it is Christophe Lemaire and Alohi Alii with the advantage. Battle Yumzane in second place for Mikel Barcelona. Christian De Muro on board Qualificar. Royal Blue Jacket in third position, last seen in the French Derby in second place. Rashabar fourth with the white cap, and Dubonnet is still the back marker. Turning right-handed down the side of the course. It is Alohi Alii in front by a length and a half. Battle Yumzane still second. Qualificar yet to be flustered in third. Rashabar fourth. Dubonnet still last of the quintet as they begin to level back towards home. It is Alohi Alii, black cap, the first to see the judge, with Battle Yumzane in second. De Muro now crouching lower aboard the market leader Qualificar in third. Rashabar still buried away on the fence in fourth, and Dubonnet starting its challenge from the back of the field as they enter the last 400 metres. Alohi Alii is still travelling strongly here. Qualificar now needs to respond, as does Battle Yumzane. Far side Rashabar is picking up. Dubonnet still last, but as they enter the last 200 metres, Alohi Alii has shot clear, and this is a special performance to win the Prix Guillaume d'Ornano. Alohi Alii the winner, Rashabar in second, Qualificar only third today. Alohi Alii has absolutely bolted up here. From the front in the hands of Christophe Lemaire, the Japanese raider has scored. Rashabar in second, Qualificar in third. Dubonnet past Battle Yumzane in the fight for fourth. A winner for Japan. Alohi Alii in the hands of Christophe Lemaire has almost made every yard of the running to win. 5.
What a performance by Alohi Alii, it's fair to say, to land his first pattern race in the Group 2 Prix Guillaume d'Ornano out in France. Like I said, the horse is still very much a predicted entry for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe in France, as opposed to the Japanese St. Leger, which I think is a couple of weeks after that. But yeah, that was the sort of race, that was the race I always had that horse in mind for, the Japanese St. Leger, if he was to line up. But unfortunately, he never quite made it at the time of the Japanese Guineas. Don't forget you had the Derby as well. I fancied him more as he went further up in trip, you see. We had the winner of the Guineas in Museum Mile. I never saw him as a miler. but they have upped him up in trip in Europe as opposed to in their own country. And it will be fascinating to see if this horse does line up in the Arc, or even if he does somehow end up in the Japanese St. Leger at the end of the season, or even the French St. Leger. Who knows, really? Anything's possible with these horses. But one thing is for certain, this horse here, Alohi Alii, definitely deserves a shot, I think, on the Classic Watch possibles list for Classic Watch 2025. It would have been very very harsh of me to leave this horse out, and I've just realised that I've spelt his name wrong in the title, so we'll need another thing for that. Oh well, that's life. I can't get everything right. As long as I pick the right horses, that's all that matters. But for now, I think I can leave this video here. What I will do is I will leave a copy of all the Classic Watch 25 possibles at the end of this video, so people will be able to watch them. And I will also leave you all an opportunity to subscribe to the channel should you wish to. You've sat here and will learn about a Japanese horse for around 56 minutes. Chances are I think you enjoy what goes on this channel, and you might benefit in the long run from subscribing to it. The choice, as always, is entirely yours. But yeah, I think I will leave this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch it. As always, it is very much appreciated. Enjoy the upcoming week. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and take care of yourself and your loved ones. But for now, I will leave this video. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.